Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today. Make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. You already know what time it is. It is a clean the house kind of mood, going into the weekend, starting off your week properly. So I'm up, I'm ready to get my day started, and I'm going to get the house clean. I am going to go to the gym today, but I'm not going to work out as hard. Not to say we're not going to do work, because, baby, we're going to do some work, but we're going to let our body work and rest at the same time. But you'll see what I'm saying, okay? And I want to get into my baking bag. So I am going to try a new recipe today. And somebody got me a new KitchenAid. I've never had one before, so I'm really excited to use it. So I might post a video of my baking in my shorts, but it'll be for sure on my TikTok if you want to see what recipe and what I followed and what I'm going to bake. But we're going to get the day started. I'm going to get myself together, aka my home together. I woke up a little late again. Me and my bestie went to a concert last night. It was a good time. Tony sang, New Edition sang, Boys to Men sang, okay? The old heads was out. They was getting their life. We was getting our lives with them. You ever heard the real heartbreak R&B 90s music live in color and in the flesh? Boy, I tell you, it's something to behold. But anyways, I had a good time. Slept in a little bit, but we're up. We're ready to start the day. So let's go ahead and do that. Get ready, get set, and run. All right, guys, back to the workout. And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. The footage for this workout is not that long. My camera started tripping on me at the gym. Like, so embarrassing. How you gonna embarrass me in front of my people like that? So I'll be figuring some stuff out. But enjoy the footage while you can. Again, I do my little 2-3 minute run at the end of walking on an incline. And I get myself ready. And I'm told you, I've been working hard. Sweat be pouring down my back. I don't know. Arms really don't make me sweat like that. I will be doing arms. Again, I'm doing full body pretty much for the whole 30 days. But arms don't make me break a sweat. It's something about getting my legs moving instantly make droplets come down my head. But I don't know what that's about. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you either, when I do stuff with my arms, I feel it in some of the oddest places. Like how I was doing that, I could feel that in the crease of my arms instead of the back of my arms or my back, or like weird stuff like that. I could be doing arms and I could feel it in my pinky toe. I don't know. My body is weird. It be having some things going on. I be struggling. So I'm just doing what I can. I started wearing my sweat belt again. And oh my God, that's been making me sweat 10 times harder too. And putting a little resistance. I don't know if you see me struggling to these pull-ups. On top of, not pull-ups. What is this? Sit-ups. On top of, okay, it's the end of the week. So your girl is tired. I've been doing sit-ups this whole week. Holding it down. Abs be on fire, but putting something on your stomach, like restricting you to that extra layer of you need to pull yourself, my God, today. And again, I am working on building the buns, and I've really been kicking it into gear with the little lateral raises and doing side to side, whatever they tell me to do with my legs to get my butts. Baby, I'm going to do it. And I ain't playing no games about it. All right, friends, welcome back. It is day 14. So we are going to do a check-in conversation. I'm going to probably follow the same format as last week and ask the same question to myself. We are like 49.999273492% done. And I'm super excited that I was able to stick with something for so long. Again, even in moments where I'm tired or a little mentally strained or physically drained or whatever the case may be, I'm still here. I kept going. I'm going to continue to keep showing up for myself. So, how did I feel about the week? Again, since I'm in such a good mental space, I've been really just all around happy slash content with life and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. Again, I deal with seasonal depression, and this is the perfect season for me to be in my sad girl era, but I'm not suffering with that right now. I'm not feeling those type of feelings right now, and I feel very blessed. I feel very grateful to be at this spot. I think it's been a minute since I've felt, how would you say, this emotionally clear, if that makes sense. Like, there's not too much cloud in my mind, cloud in my judgment. I'm not having relationship issues that are taking over my mind 24/7, where somebody else and how they're acting is controlling my mood, my temperament. I'm not in a space with my family where we are in a constant rift at the moment, to where that's pulling on my heart and my mind. I don't really get stressed out with work that often. Financially, I'm pretty decent. I've been able to take care of myself by myself for 16 since I was 16. I've worked 2 jobs, and I only work with one job now as an adult, as I have my real job, my big girl job. So honestly, and even in the moments, not to say that I don't get sad, there's things that I think about or whatever the case may be that draw me into sadness. But since my mood is so balanced right now, I'm not staying sad long. I'm one of those people that I can't get over things super quickly. Like, if me and my partner get into it on Monday, I'm still gonna be feeling some type of way till Thursday. Like, I wish I could move super quickly. And I've talked about that in therapy. And she said that is a sign of trauma. My therapist read a study to me at one point. Now, I don't remember completely word for word of the study, but she was saying that people who have not experienced trauma, it takes them 10 seconds, either 10 or 30, something like that. I can't remember, but it was super small. It was super minute. She was like, it takes them 10 to 30 seconds to get over something, to stop being mad or sad or upset. That's quote unquote what a normal brain looks like, or how it operates when it's processing difficult emotions. And I'm like, wow, I am definitely severely traumatized, because baby, stuff lasts with me days, depending on how deep it is, weeks even. And not to say that I act as if it's fresh. Like, if somebody hurts your feelings and in that moment you are so upset, or you are vocal about it, you shut down, or whatever the case may be, whatever that looks like for you. Day one for me doesn't look like day four. Like, I'm able to get back to talking to somebody. I might not be as quick, or I might not be as detailed. I might be more direct. Like, if me and my person get into it in the next several days, I'm just very short with them. But on day one, I'm liable to not say nothing at all, or be in a very upset mode that my words just, not to say they're not coming out kind, but I'm being more blunt, more matter of fact. And that kind of wears off as the days come, but it's still in my mind. I'm still thinking about it, or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was very interesting. So I would say that in the moments of sadness that I have felt throughout the 14 days and even beyond that, because I feel like I've been in a good spot even before the new year had started. I had really already started working on myself and getting to a place where I really wanted to heal, especially after I spent my whole summer in depressive mode, my whole summer crying and not eating and just not being my normal, happy, content, giggly, girly pop self. I had already started working on some things. So even in the sad moments that I'm feeling, I am not staying down there long, and I don't want to be in a space where I stay down there long. So I think I had a good week. I don't remember all of what we discussed in the journal prompts, but I do know that there was nothing that we talked about this week that triggered me how I triggered myself in that first week. I think I triggered myself like 2 times the previous week by doing the journal prompts or whatever. And not to say that'll be the end all be all and that'll make me stop doing the journal prompts or picking hard questions or whatever the case may be, but just coming at it in a better space to where it's not pulling me down. I don't want things to be pulling me down or making wounds worse or bigger or whatever the case may be. So I think that's pretty good. What went well for me this week? I will say for the second week I was even more motivated. I was even more motivated for the gym. And I think also that helped as well that the snow had finally cleared up. Because again, for me, it is such a bummer having to work out inside the house. So I got to go outside to the gym every day this week. I didn't have to do any of the in-home workouts, which I would have done if I needed to. But I'm very happy that I did not have to do that. So I was extra motivated this week. And I was really, banking on working on time management. And it went awry several times throughout the week. But for the most part, just in general, all around, I think it went pretty well. Like, I was able to get editing done super early within the day. I was able to film for the next day's edits super early in the day. I had downtime enough to do some hobbies. So I think things started to work out. Eventually I got up at 4 in the morning for the gym. I haven't gotten up that early in a while, in a minute. There was definitely still some kinks. Like I didn't start getting up on time till like towards the end of the week. So there were some days that I did sleep in past the time that I wanted to. And then some days I was ending the days leaving myself a little too tired to complete every single one of my tasks. Like the day that I really wanted to cook, but I was too tired to cook. Stuff like that. But I kicked it in gear and I got myself together. And time management, it's a work in progress. I think it's always going to be a work in progress till, again, I find my complete flow and routine of what I want my days to look like. And this is what I can fit in the days, and this is what I can't, and whatever the case may be. So I'm still working on that. That's still going to be an ongoing goal that I'm going to bring into next week, as well as I'm going to pick another goal for next week. What could I do better? Again, I created a list of all the things that I want to do. And the first week, I was super anal about certain things. And so the little fun things that I wanted to do for myself were kind of falling to the wayside. So this week, I wanted to actually take the time to do the fun things. So then I started doing the fun things this week. But then I started skimping on some of the things that I was being anal about. So I think At this point, I am going to have to reevaluate my list and maybe take some things off my plate, because I do want to be to a space where I'm hitting everything on the list. I don't want anything to be left out, or something as simple as some things can't be done every day. Like how I want to read my book. I usually set aside time to read my book in the morning or before going to bed. But by the time I'm getting in bed, I am exhausted and spent for the day. So I'm not reading my book at night how I should, or in the morning, since I'm sleeping in past the time that I'm supposed to be sleeping in. I'm already starting my day so late that I already have to cut my morning short, so I don't have that extra time to use in the morning. So maybe it's to the point where maybe I can only read certain times throughout the week. So I will be reevaluating the week and seeing if I can take some things off the list, or if I can move some things around to where I'm not overloading myself and doing these things every day. Certain things, they will be staples and they always have to stay no matter what. The gym is a no matter what staple. Journaling is a no matter what staple. Eating is a no matter what staple. So there will be certain staples that are going to be here the whole time, throughout the whole way. So, and again, time management, I can still keep perfecting that. And then another thing that I would like to do better on going into the next week, and that'll be a part of my goals, is my eating habits. Like, obviously, you guys see how I'm eating. I'm eating pretty decent. I'm eating pretty clean. I only have one cheat meal a week, and that's usually on the weekend. And I don't go overboard. I don't go crazy. So I'm content with how I'm eating. I'm not really eating a lot of junk food, a lot of sweets, things of that nature. But my eating habits in general need to be tweaked. Again, with me getting up so late, sometimes I am skipping breakfast and going straight to the gym. And by the time I'm making it home from the gym, it's lunchtime. So, and then sometimes I've skipped my whole morning and lunch, and I'm finally eating, and it's 4 o'clock and it's about to be dinner time. But I've already just now eaten the lunch. So then that requires me to have a late dinner. But then I don't want to have dinner super late. I want to go to bed. So my eating habits need to be worked on. I'm just an extremist. When I'm hungry, I'm either eating everything in sight, or I'm on the opposite spectrum. If I'm not hungry, I'm starving myself for periods of time and things of that nature. So I want to be more intentional. I want to be more intentional about my eating habits. And again, goes with proper time management. If I'm getting up how I should, the breakfast should be on time. I should be getting home from the gym on time so I can eat lunch on time, and I can do my work on time, and then I can have dinner on time. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be a part of the goals for next week. Still the time management, working on my eating habits, and then reevaluating what can stay on the list and what needs to be shifted to certain times and certain days of the week, so that I'm making sure that I am completing everything on my list daily. And then how do I feel about the tools that I'm using? Again, I need to get deeper into that 6-week little cooking schedule, and I plan on that's going to be a goal. It's, again, because it falls in line with the eating. So I think that will serve its purpose when I put my all into it. So I'm the only one holding me back. It's not the book or whatever the case may be. The massages are going well. There were a couple of days last week that I skipped, and honestly, I could feel a difference. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way I went to the gym feeling sore, I'm just like, I haven't been feeling sore like this. I'm not used to this soreness. So I'm like, yeah, I can't afford to be skipping these. I need these massages. And then I think with the journals, I think it's going a little bit better this week now that I'm kind of finding my flow, especially with that Michelle Obama book. Again, I'm going to just pick sections and follow the section by section so that there's no confusion instead of trying to pick, a random section out of the book and it just doesn't flow well. So I think the tools that I'm using are good. What is everything teaching me? Again, teaching me consistency. It's teaching me I can show up for myself. I can try new things. I can be an amazing person. It's showing me that I am strong. It's showing me that I am beautiful. It's showing me all the good qualities within myself or the good qualities I can see myself growing into. So that is all for the end of weeks 2 check-in. And when we come back tomorrow, we will be starting week 3. Wow, we're almost done. So that's the end of the check-in. I'll come back for tomorrow. We'll start all over again and be intentional with our wellness. It's Saturday. I've done my cleaning, had me a late gym session. I'm going to be getting into my baking bag. So I want to make sure that I'm going to bed at a decent time tonight so that I'm doing everything that I need to for my Sunday reset and getting myself ready for the work week and things of that nature. So happy Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your time to yourself. Be blessed. Happy healing. Happy growing. And I cannot wait to see you again. Bye.